Hello, Daniel here from Breath Behaviour Belief. Just wanted to talk to you today about things that you can do pre-op, before an operation, to promote healing post-op from a breath behaviour belief framework idea, from a metatrance idea. So basically, if you've got an operation coming up and you're wondering what you can do now that's going to prepare you physically, mentally and emotionally to be able to promote healing after the operation, then this is the video for you. A lot of studies have been done that have shown that pre-op anxiety is directly correlated to post-op pain and post-op complications. So from that perspective, it looks as if, or there's evidence to support the fact that what we believe going into an operation directly affects the outcome of the operation, regardless of the skill of the surgeon or what's discovered on the operating table. It's something more personal that we carry into it. So how can we prime that for success? Well, from a breath point of view, we can look at breathing techniques that you can do to relax the body. So if carrying anxiety into an operation is correlated with a poor outcome or a poorer outcome, more complicated outcome, then carrying relaxation into an operation can only be a good thing. On multiple reasons. One being that if you're more relaxed, the muscles are going to be less tense, there's going to be more blood flow to them, which is going to promote healing. If you're doing specific breathing patterns, you can supercharge your oxygenation so that this oxygenation effect can occur throughout the body, throughout the cardiovascular system, again, which is going to promote healing. So you can relax using your breath, you can control anxiety using the breath, you can use specific breathing techniques to reduce pain, which again is directly, the key here is using your breath to relax. That's going to reduce the pain and it's going to help you control the anxiety, as well as having this added side effect of oxygenating your body, which is going to enable your body to better distribute the oxygen and the nutrients required to heal post-op. So practicing breathwork pre-op can prime your body for health post-op. What can you do from a behavioural point of view before your operation to prime you for a better outcome, better health post-op? Well, this is going to come down to your daily habits. So if you are able to exercise before the operation, depending on what the operation is, depending on whether it's scheduled, depending on whether your condition allows you to exercise, if you can exercise, then do so. The stronger your body is going into the operation, the better it's going to be, the more resilient it's going to be post-op, the more able it's going to be to heal post-op. Other things you can do from a behavioural point of view are reduce those bad habits, reduce the drinking if you're drinking, reduce the smoking, dietary changes. Obviously stay away from processed foods, the heavily processed foods, those foods that contain labels that you can't read and more than 5 ingredients. Stay away from those. Eat a whole food, nutrient dense diet. Get involved with nuts and seeds and vitamins, and all of that sort of stuff are small behavioural changes you can make pre-op to promote your health post-op. Now, I do understand that making behavioural changes, certainly the drinking, the smoking, the comfort eating, can be difficult when those things are the things you rely on in times of stress. So I do get that in times of stress, we go to our go-to things, which, oh, I need a glass of wine, or I smoke because I'm stressed, which is where the belief shifting comes in, or the therapy side of things can be very useful, because having therapy to undo those attachments to alcohol, drinking, smoking, unhealthy foods, unpicking the beliefs that underpin them, can be really beneficial to let those habits go, to affect you on a behavioural level, so that you can enjoy a post-op period of health. From a further belief point of view, this is where the real magic can happen. By priming your beliefs for health pre-op, you can definitely influence the outcome and your rate of healing post-op. You can do this by bringing positive visualizations into your meditations. So if you start a breathwork and meditation practice before the operation, you can combine this with a positive visualization of, I'm going to get better, it's going to go well, visualizing, picturing, imagining yourself healthy post-op. Now, I know that this sounds woo-woo, it sounds a bit out there, but there have been actual studies done on the use of imagination in priming the body and in learning. They took a group of basketball players and a group of piano players, and they split them into 3 groups. So they had one group who actually practiced playing the piano and practiced shooting hoops. They had another group who did nothing. And then they had the third group who just visualized shooting the hoop and visualized the finger position on the keys, playing the piano. And at the end of the experiment, they found that the people that actually practiced improved. The people that did nothing was no improvement. But the people that visualized and mentally practiced without actually shooting a hoop or without actually playing a piano, the people that mentally rehearsed and practiced noticed an increase in their ability when they went back to actual practice. So they improved almost as much as the people that did the physical practice. So you're going to be thinking about the operation anyway. You're going to be having some sort of thought or emotional process going on around this upcoming operation anyway. Some apprehension is quite natural, but I've always said that to my clients that worry is a waste of perfectly good imagination. So why not take your imagination and prime it for a better outcome post-op? Now, you can just implement all these things after the operation. You can do the breath work after the operation. You can make the behavioural changes after the operation, and you can do the visualizations and belief shifting after the operation. But why not get a head start? Why not proactively lean into your operation, the upcoming operation, by mentally preparing rather than worrying? Now, I understand that this can be a difficult thing to do. It can be a difficult task to undertake. And that's where having a session with someone like myself, a therapist such as myself, could be very beneficial for you. I could put a package together for you by where we get the breathwork routine down, we get the visualizations down, and we get the behavioural shifts underway so that you are primed prior to the operation. But there's no reason why you can't do this yourself if you're committed enough. If you start a breathwork program to relax, if you start a visualization meditation exercise where you see yourself healthy the other side of the operation, and where you let go of those negative behaviors, all of those things put together are going to put you in a really strong position going into the operation, so that on the other side you're primed for health, you're able to heal effectively, you'll most likely experience much less pain, and have the chance of fewer complications. Take good care.